tricep, elbow here, lowering the butt, and watch what I do. Pretend that this arm is like a string tied to a can on the street. If I pull the string, what's gonna happen? That can's coming with me, right? So I'm here, I'm gonna make him step with that near leg. When he steps, watch what I do. I take my back knee and I step behind his leg. That's the trap, right? The next thing I do, I evolved from the face punch, right? Because that didn't work too much anymore. And I went through the legs, right? When I go through the legs, I'm throwing the arm, but I'm also lowering my body, right? My chest is going with it, my head is going with it, leading with my ear and forehead. And when I throw it, I like to teach it. Anyone watch Naruto? Does anyone know how they run in Naruto? Like this. When you throw this arm, I need you guys to hit a Naruto run. If you do not do this when we're doing technique, it is wrong. You do not want to confuse this detail, right? Exaggerate it in practice, it won't happen in a match. Because when you do this, a lot of people are tempted to grab below the knee, grab incorrectly, or force it and lose the whole move. When you throw your hands like this, Naruto, you reset, and then you go to your lock. And the funny thing about a lock on a single leg, this is the unplug the toaster detail. Anytime I hit a single leg, does anybody know? To the untrained eye, it looks the same. But what's actually correct? Ready? It looks the same, doesn't it? Watch hand on top or watch hand on bottom? Who says watch hand top? Raise your hand. Who says watch hand bottom? Raise your hand. Who genuinely never thought about this? Your watch hand is the top hand. Because if he sprawls and my watch hand is the top hand, right, he's sprawling against my forearm, my wrist, and the power of my other arm, and even if I lose it, he peels my wrist off, I could snake this leg, get height, and create a scramble. But if he comes up, and I go other, and he attacks wrist, and sprawls, I'm breaking my face, right? So, when you shoot your single, watch hand, top. Once I'm here, guys, I make him step with that near leg. I throw between his legs. Naruto, lock above the knee. Watch hand on top. From here, I'm going to pull this leg between my legs, right, and pinch. You want to look down, you want to think you're at the circus. You're like, oh, am I a three-legged circus freak? My toes are pointed the same way, and I'm looking like a three-legged circus freak. Now, he's a little bit ahead with this, right? We're going to do two finishes. If I snatch his single, and this is what it looks like, I'm going to bring my shoulder up and dig it into his quad. Right? You see how he wants to take a seat? We're going to help him. We're nice and intuitive, right? Let's just sit him in the chair. How do we do that? We run our feet and take him down with our ear, right? So I'm creating the pressure. He'll tell you. You feel that? And now I take it down with my ear. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, right? Now, the second finish is based off of higher level chain wrestling. If he does one thing. Does anyone know the one time I don't want to hit that's called run the pipe finish? If he does one thing. Whizzer, if he whizzers and I run the pipe now, he's going to tear my BLT. He's going to hit me with a cut back, put me on my back, and it's not going to be great, right? So we have to adjust here. This is more high level, and this position is actually where I see a large percentage of college guys losing everything they work for. And it's in one part of this thing, right? They get to their single, they get it off the mat, all the hard work's done, and where do they lose it? Right here. Because what they do, right, is they don't unplug their toes. They step out, and then they reach. Why is this a problem? Does this look tight? He's got tons of space to kick his leg out and back. Right? So when you get to your single, whether it's from here or off the mat, and he's got a whizzer, but I use my chest as like a steam press, right? Look, I'm steam pressing his leg down. I keep this watch hand tight on his leg no matter what. And then, when I'm here, I slide my hand down while stepping back, right? But when I step back, you see how there's a lot of space? Don't reach. You just make it tighter. Look, I lower it again and slide my hand down to his heel and Achilles tendon. And then elbow to the ceiling. Oh, man. Once I'm here, take my time, hand under, Pledge of Allegiance, and I can have some look at neck, foot, trip. Now, two things. You often mess up moves in the last 10%. All the hard work's done, and it is frustrating, right? If you guys get too high on the knee, take your time, because this is what creates scrambles, right? If I trip him, where's my foot? Oh, he's gonna have a field day. We want scramble proof. So how do I do that? If I end up here, I push, slide, push, slide, push, slide, till I'm by his ankle, his Achilles tendon. And then, high percentage moves. I like to grab the neck, pull him over his leg, trip, then cover. Questions, comments, concerns about either of those? Okay?